Hello, this is Paraleo, and I took a look at All Will Fall. There is a beta event going on during this Steam Next Fest in June 2025, in case you are watching this later. And I took a look at the new things. Yeah, the game has a ton of improvement. Let me show you how quick it loads also. So I'm not going to go into advice and tutorials and tips and stuff like this because the game isn't released, but I do already have a big overview. I would say I'm close to an expert with this game already, but I will only do guides and stuff when the game fully releases, and if I had to guess, it will release in about 3-4 months at the most, I think. But we'll see. We'll have to see. Yeah, so they improved on the physics, basically, in this version. It's easier to build with metal and lumber. The things don't randomly collapse anymore. When you were placing in this corner something was falling over there. In other versions, and you couldn't see the cause. Yeah, I had to add these 3 pillars over here, otherwise I wouldn't be able to place any buildings over here at some point. So this entire area is built by me, okay, out of metal, because you can't do this with lumber. And over here I extended that marketplace area with metal also. But over here they have a lot of natural support, so I didn't have to add too much. Okay, so as I said, physics system improved. Probably needs more tweaking, but they will probably do it. They are continuously working, and I see them they're not afraid to rebalance stuff, to add new things, to spruce up stuff in order to make gameplay better. So I didn't get all the new buildings they added. The cannibal hut, I took the other option during the event. The same thing, when the slaver, sorry about that, I closed the mic. When the slaver arrived, I took another option. Probably you can unlock those in those events. But I did unlock this. I forgot what gave it to me though. And this is a tool for increasing your population. You still have all the other events. If you played the March, May demo versions, you still have all the other events, the +4 population events. The good thing is that you can build more of this if you are fuel rich, okay, because starting the event, starting the search takes 20 fuel, okay, and the reward is a max of 2 people, but the thing is you can do it daily. All right, so as long as you have fuel, you can continuously search for people. I think if you really focus on stuff, you can, at day 50 you can actually be at 200. I don't know, at least 150. At some point I started turning people around and I didn't search for people. I wanted to stop at 100, but I received a few more after that. And since you can build more, you can have multiple search parties around. At least for now, you can build 2. You can build more of them, as you can see. Maybe they will limit it at some point, depending on difficulty. Alright, so the new buildings covered. Now, the new environmental storm that they mentioned in the patch notes works like this. Extremely frustrating visibility. when they are on. You can't see shit when they are on. Junk is flying around more than this than in this storm. Junk is flying around and it can get stuck to buildings, and it generates a collapsing event. Basically, you have to clear it in 24 hours, or the section of that building where the debris is lashed on will collapse. Okay, it's an interesting mechanic. The Junknado stopped appearing at around 50th day, I would think. Not sure. I just know at some point it stopped, and I'm happy it did, because it was getting annoying, you know, because of the visibility thing, not because of those things collapsing and stuff. Probably they should balance that out a bit. It's a bit weird though to see a concrete building being brought down by a few planks that hit it, though maybe they should balance that out a bit, I don't know, with different damage types. Okay, and another thing they added is some locked boxes spread around. Sorry, I don't have anything anymore. I found them all already, and those generate somebody. I made a suggestion, and probably somebody doesn't agree with it on their forums. Yeah, I added a suggestion that I wanted another component that you could use with the elevator, but only 1 meter high. So this is 2 meters, and I wanted another component of 1 meter high, so you can arrange these elevator houses a bit better, you know, without having the door and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, people are free to not agree with stuff. I mean, you can use something. I would rather have something available than have not, you know, and I can choose if I use it or not. It's no problem. Yes, and what I was talking about. Okay, those boxes. Okay, they are spread around in the environment. You have to have worker access to access them. You send to people to them max to work on them a bit, and then they generate an event. Yeah, it's happiness related. Sometimes you get resources, sometimes you just get like something like chocolates, and you have to choose who to give them to. You have to choose the faction that you are giving them to, and the one who receives them are happy, the one who don't are not that happy. Okay, they lose some happiness. So yeah, it's another twist in the decision making. But one of them boxes gave me a production output upgrade. This is a new thing. The model, you might recognize it, it used to be a house attachment, a house ornament. It was giving comfort, I think. Now you can't add it to houses, and what this does, you attach it like an ornament to production buildings, and it gives +1 to the output. And if you smartly attach, if you smartly group up the buildings together, you can benefit from upgrades between them. Okay, so this adds a +4 to the production output. Okay, so this is what it does. And this one, as you can see, I just needed some water at the time. Now you can see some red over here. It's because I'm giving them double rations right now, as I had so much food and I didn't want to build anything. I was getting close to finishing what I wanted to do with this demo, so don't really care. Over here you can see I added +5 to the output. And plus, because the people are happy, the sailors are reducing the input required for fuel when you are using the desalinator. Okay. Yeah, the engineers give +1 to output when they are happy, the sailors -1 to input, so they are better used with expensive stuff like fuel or buildings which have multiple inputs, you know, to drop the costs for the production and stuff like that. Workers are just increasing the production, so they are better used in stuff like this, which doesn't require any input, because you can squeeze many production cycles during the day. It's especially good when you are microing this hut and moving it around where you have schools of fish. You can clear those faster with happy workers. Alright, so production, we talked about. Okay, another thing that they changed a bit, they added this. You have professional demolition people now. You still have to research this and this. I think they are, it's an oversight, and they are actually collecting the wood without the research. Not sure. I saw it on the forums, so it's an oversight, probably. And another thing tied to the demolition is this. They changed how the explosive work. It's a bit annoying that they can't really destroy windows anymore. This one can, but the smaller ones used to be able to destroy windows, which technically they should be able to do because these provide wood, so they are not as strong. But what you saw over there is basically let me find. Yeah, this is a concrete floor, a true concrete floor. So basically, I keep saying basically, sorry about that. So when you are blowing this up, the whole metal that you see over there goes straight to your storage. So this is a fast way to make fast metal when you are missing some. But the barrel is very expensive. It costs 15 fuel, so yeah. This is the downside. It's basically a conversion, basically a resource conversion. Yeah, and this is about it. I didn't go crazy with bridges this time, but a lot of improvements right now. They don't break in the middle. If you meet from different sides, they don't break into middle anymore. You can make stuff like this now. But what I wanted to go, I'm experimenting with housing and seeing how it behaves on the vertical. I succeeded to get this done, but at some point I had to add this floor and this side reinforcement, because the whole thing was crashing when I was adding decorations. And as a standalone skyscraper, this is as high as you can go with large wooden house. See? If you add a fifth one, the whole thing will collapse. So probably with side reinforcements, you can go a bit higher. Okay. Now overall, pretty good changes. The game is shaping up to be nice. I can't wait for the full release to play on different maps. Oh, by the way, the map is a bit changed. It's actually bigger than the map that we have played on the March version of the demo. So keep that in mind. I actually destroyed the steel. There is a steel building over here. I destroyed 2 floors just to see how it does it. How the new explosion works. Oh, by the way, and they changed the explosives. You used to be able to detonate them anywhere. Now you cannot detonate them if a worker doesn't have padding to that thing. It makes sense, but it's less fun that way, in my opinion. And yeah, this is about it. Oh, by the way, I did make this myself. See where you have the small squares, it's metal. So this entire thing is made by me, and it's supported from the sides by these buildings, which come to the map. This building, and the only thing I added were these 3 supports, because at some point when I was adding buildings on top, the whole thing was collapsing, so I needed those supports. But overall, as I said, the physics way better than they were. Plus this thing also, I expanded myself. Okay, with metal. Overall, I think they made the metal a bit stronger. On top of the physics improvements, they made the metal a bit stronger. And keep in mind, the metal is just the second tier of construction resource. We will have steel, we will have concrete, which will be interesting to see. Okay. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I think I covered about everything that I had to cover. Sorry I didn't get all the new buildings, I only got this one. And yeah, I couldn't showcase them to you. I think those events come only one time, I'm not sure. With the cannibalism, with the slave trader and stuff like the one with the mushrooms or the moss. Yeah, those appear one time as far as I can tell. Alright, thank you for watching and bye bye. I'll see you around. I did play some other cool games in this Steam Next Fest, and I do have some new favs also, and I'll talk about them separately, but not as extensive as I did for this one. Alright though, just a small showcase. Bye bye.